I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick-Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick-Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. We're back again for the final one of the day. It is Portugal versus Uruguay. And look at this. Portugal has made changes to their starting lineup, right? One in defense. Pereira coming out, and Pepe, the what you would call the veteran, he is coming in to this game. So they start with Nuno Mendes of PSG. Yes, they have Pepe. Well, they have Diogo. They have Diogo Costa in goal. Yes, that's the man who they have in goal. Nuno Mendes, Pepe, Ruben Diaz, Joe Cancelo, William Carvalho, Ruben Neves, Bernardo Silva, Joe Felix, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Uruguay also makes a change. They go with Darwin Núñez. Yes, Darwin Núñez. This time there's no Luis Suarez. Edson Cavani is starting for them. Midfield of Varela, Valverde, Vicino, Bentancur, and Oliveira. They have Sebastian Cortez, Diego Godin, and Jose Maria Jimenez in defense with Sergio Rocher in goal. These people, I think Uruguay will win this one. So Fernando Santos makes 3 changes to the side that beat Ghana on Thursday with Pepe, Mendes, and Carvalho all coming in. All right. Guerrero is dropped to the bench. Octavio is out with a thigh injury, and Danilo Pereira is also unavailable after fracturing his rib in training. All right. You have Sebastian Sosa, Lucas Torreira, Facundo Torres, Jose Rodriguez, Facundo Pilestri, Maxi Gomez, Martin Caceres, Nicolas de la Cruz, Gorgan D. Arrascata, Matias Vina, Fernando Muslera, Agustin Canobio, Luis Suarez, and Manuel Ugarte on bench for this Uruguay team. Right, the sub-supporter Portugal, Diego Costa, Joe Cancelo. Well, that's the starting 11. The subs are Diego Dalot, Ventina, Rafael Guerrero, Gonzalo Ramos, Jose Sa, Rafael Leo, Joe Mario, Ricardo Horta, Antonio Silva, Joe Paulina, Mateus Andre Silva, and Rui Patricio. Right? That's the start in 11 for Portugal. Diego Alonso also make 3 changes from the draw with South Korea last time and switches formation to a 3 at the back. Cortes, Varela, and Cavani come into the side with Caceres, Pelistri, and Suarez starting on the bench. In terms of head-to-head with this team, Uruguay, the most recent fixture saw Uruguay defeating Portugal 2-1 in a friendly in June 2018. The biggest win that they have had is a 3-2 win. The biggest win so far is Portugal's 3-2 win over Ghana. So the Portugal is in first, Uruguay, they are third on the table, right? So that's really the stats where the head-to-head are concerned. And so that's the lineup. Game is about to start. We should be having, again, our very astute panelists bringing you through this one of Rudolph Speed, and also Mr. Huntley Swaby should be joining. Again, welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am management. We ask you to respect all the community guidelines, right? If you're tuning in for the first time, please ensure that you subscribe to the platform. We also have a second platform called I Am Sure Sports Caribbean. You can also go and you can subscribe there as well. We want to thank you for supporting the work, because we have been growing steadily, and that is because of you sharing and liking. When you come onto the video and you immediately like it, people look at the time and they say, wow, in just 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, these guys have 50, 60 likes. It must be a good video. And other person come on and they watch it. So it is important that as you come onto the stream, you hit that like button. All right. So our moderators, please ensure that you run all things well in that comment section. Don't want any unscrupulous persons to come on in and create havoc on this, our platform. All right. We have been having some challenges, man, because we keep having to monitor what people post. So moderators just work with that. You have that range so you can, squeeze some people out and squeeze some people off. All right. So use it wisely and use it with discretion. Again, I am Management. This is I Am Sure Sports. Again, big thank you to the sponsors of this video, Prestige Finance and Launch Legacy. Prestige Finance is where they're lending a helping hand when you need it the most. You can call them at 876-884-7390, located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica, offering loans of up to $100,000. There's no processing fee, same-day processing, and only 0 to 4% interest rate. Also, big thank you to Launch Legacy, where they handle risk and they seek legacy for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA. Visit Launch Legacy at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647-989-0782. All right. Now you have to understand, I Am Sure Sports. We have some subscribers who they love when we send the video to them, right? And so we have this list right here where we can send it to them. Sometimes your name is on it, and all you have to say is that, no, man, I already have this up and running. I get all the notification, so that we don't send it to you, because we don't want to necessarily annoy you. But I know some of you don't mind getting it, right? And you have the right setting on it which is you don't have that option that allows everything to download automatically from your WhatsApp to your phone. So once you're using that option, it's all good. We can send the link to you so you can always watch our videos. All right. Again, jump on to the stream, like the stream, share the stream immediately so that others can tune in to the stream. All right. Again, it's going to be a good one, and looking forward to sharing this time with you, sharing this moment with you. Still, we are unable to spot, unable to see Balakar. He has been out of sight and slowly becoming out of mind. I don't know. The man has disappeared because he made a prediction that has not worked in his favor. You can also support I Am Sure sports persons in North America. You can support the channel by giving a super chat or a super sticker. That certainly helps the channel. That's an option that you have as well. All right. Looking for Balakar. If you see Balakar, he has gone MIA after he made some very strange predictions, and those predictions seem to be working against him. He has decided to take himself away from the scene of the crime. But wherever you are, Balakar, big up to you. All right. Think we have Coach Huntley Swaby back with us, so we're going to bring him onto the stream right now. He's celebrating after Brazil had a victory, very close one against Switzerland to qualify for the second round. Portugal wins today, and they are through as well to the second round. So let's see how it goes. Big up Omar Fowling saying that Vinicius was a bit selfish and a couple transition play need to play team. Vinny held on to the ball and lost it instead of passing. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. You're correct on that. Coach Swaby, how do you see this one going?
My brother, I like the Portugal lineup, and I also like what I'm seeing from your Uruguayan team. But two teams that have always been defensively solid. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes, I've always been defensively solid, and this Jurgen team have some aging stars, so this is like the last hurrah. Portugal, we know what's going to happen after this World Cup is a total rebuild. In fact, both teams. I'm seeing a tie. I'm seeing a 1-1 tie. I'm seeing a 1-1 tie with this game. I'm hoping that the football is memorable. I hope the football is good. You can see they let me out of the basement, so I'm upstairs now with the big screen TV.
Oh.
So
the Liverpool flag has disappeared.
No, not disappeared. They're there. They're still there. But I'm hoping for a good game. I missed the Uruguay's first game, so I heard it was an intense game. I'm hoping that this game is also intense but good football. We have been treated so far. All three games today have shown some really good football. An average of 4 goals were scored in all the games this morning. So 6 in the first game, 5 in the second game, and 1 in the third game. So I'm hoping that this game can bring us some goals. If not, bring us some excitement and some quality football.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a good game. I will have to say I'm giving Uruguay this one as the game has started. I'm giving Uruguay a 2-1 victory over Portugal.
That's a fair result. And I think even with a loss, Portugal can still get it.
Yes, because they should be able to. But I don't think you want to leave anything to chance and leave it to your last game, because if they lose today, depending, because they have a +1, they do well in terms of goal. They would be on 3 points. Well, they would be on 1 point. Uruguay would be on 4. So Portugal would have South Korea in their last game, needing to win it as Ghana and Uruguay would play, and a draw in that game, if Portugal doesn't win, could knock them out. So I think they want to win this one.
Yeah, but yeah, they run a risk. But I think the last game is a more favorable game for them to win. But guess what? The earlier you get in, the better it is for you, right? Because
There you go.
even if Uruguay doesn't get in, there's still a chance of getting in out also. So, but no one leave anything for chance. I can see the game starts out with a nice tempo right now. Nice tempo. Uruguay looking very, very good.
Yeah,
Very, very
Portugal, yeah, man. Portugal on 3 points. Yeah. So but they have a superior, a +1 goal difference over Ghana. Yeah, thank you, IT push. I like what Uruguay has done. They have put up Cavani, who is playing like the point man, while Darwin Nunes, who did a good thing pressing, is doing a lot of the pressing. You see, he just pressed and he won that one. And look
Yep.
at Uruguay go. Oh, shot, but wayward shot that time. I think that's a deadly combination if Cavani is into it. He's very good at those little intricate plays. So it will be interesting to see what he does in this one.
Natural goal scorer also. Natural goal scorer. Ronaldo came up with a trickery just now with a shoulder pass. With a shoulder pass into the path of Carvalho, and Carvalho volleyed over the top. So now a couple of long balls being played by goalkeepers, back to center back, back to goalkeeper. Now we play it long. Now Portugal is trying to settle the game down, trying to get the ball outside to the right side of the field. Still in possession, trying to play some quick combination pass, but they retreated, going back to a center back. Now it's back into midfield for Cavallo. Cavallo opens his body, plays outside left to the fullback. I'm hoping Cancelo don't have a bad game like he had last time, because the last time he was miserable defensively. Quick turnover and quick recovery by Portugal. Good touch by your Phoenix. Very soft foul, but I guess the Portuguese will take it, and the Uruguayans will argue. Very, very soft foul. His man has disappeared. I think he's getting some roundup or some breaking news on who Arsenal is attempting to buy in this New Year's. But that was more of a foul, and the referee just called it back. Just called it back. Well, both teams, after 5.5 minutes here, going after it, right? Pushing the tempo. I don't like where this game is starting to go. Every time the Portuguese players get a nick on them, just a nick, they're down. Screaming, rolling over. 5 minutes in the game, and Rodrigo just got a yellow card. Let me see what happened. Oh, that's a little bit nasty there. A little bit nasty. Oh, welcome, Mr. Speed, to the program.
Thanks.
Snuck in Didn't see you. After
Yeah.
you see your throat, I realized you were here.
That's all right. So far, what we have here is a team that won the World Cup twice, but it's a long time ago against a Portugal team who has always been a pretender, flatter to deceive a lot of the times. Um, so made some deep runs. I think the highest they have finished is fourth. I think with Van Persie. Remember that year they did extremely well. But so far in this game, I hope it's early season. They're not looking so good. So let's see what happens. You know, this
And I
is the
think
eighth night, and they're not looking so good yet. So let's see what happens.
and the score last week against Ghana kind of flattered them a little bit also, because the Ghanaian basically dig their own grave with the turnovers. So let's see if they can go up against a team that's from South America who should be much better in possession and not as wasteful.
Yeah, these teams clearly good enough to probably go through to the second round, but these teams are not. To me, these teams are not contenders. They'll be in the World Cup and play very well, but they are not contenders in my book.
They're
Let's see.
participators. They're participators.
Yeah,
Gonna eat somebody's root through the finals.
yeah, yeah. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't think he has a job as yet. So he'll be trying to use this World Cup to get there, to get a new job.
I
I
honestly
think he's probably just hanging his boot a little bit too high at this point in his career. But let's see what happens. I hear rumors that he wants to go to Real Madrid. I don't think that will ever happen.
not again, not again, not again. Those days are over. Sorry to say, but those days are over. But I tell people, I've seen a lot of football in my time, but he's the best goal scorer I've seen.
Well, it could be very effective. Not doing what he's trying to do there, go back and, but more like, you know, his movements and try to stay near to the goal. If he tries to do too much work, then I don't think he'll be very successful. But no, he's really a good goal scorer. Can't take that away from him.
Yep.
He has scored like 450 goals for Real Madrid in 432 games. That's uncanny for anybody to do that.
Just by putting that down, almost like if you're playing with numbers. That's not real.
Yeah. But this game is a lot more forceful, end-to-end stuff. With 10 minutes gone, Uruguay still only have 23% possession, which is really 50% pass accuracy. They need to improve dramatically fast.
Yes. And I've committed 4 fouls already. At some point the referee is going to start handing out bookings because of persistent fouling. Nunes is making a run on the outside right now, dragging 2 defenders with him. He just tried to cross it, and it's deflected for a corner by Cancelo.
Uruguay clearly need something out of this game. A win would be fine. But they wouldn't be out of it if they drew the game. So let's see what happens.
Short corner, being crossed in. Good header. And the ball goes over for a goal kick. open header also, but the player just slightly mistimed it. I think he was thrown off by the player coming towards him. Like I said, persistent fouling. Number 2. Sorry, I'm trying to get my.
Well, I mean, it's early in the game, 12 minutes, and Uruguay has committed 4 fouls, which means that
Yeah.
they're
He's
probably
up
a little
to-
behind.
He's up to 6 or 7 now. Up to 6 or 7 now. They just committed 3 fouls, 2 more fouls back to back. So
So they're a little bit behind. you know.
yeah, it's up to. Come on, where the fouls are. Thank you.
I mean, if foul is a tactic, that's fine. But if it's because you are late, then you could
Yes.
be in a little bit of spot.
It's funny for the Uruguayan who basically invented futsal, right? And they had not given the world some players that we can think back in history and say, hey, that guy was a magician on the ball, right?
Yeah.
They're giving us good
I mean-
players, though. They're giving some really good players.
Yes, but not enough
Yes.
players to consistently trouble the best teams in the world. You have
Yes.
players who can do, a little here and a little there, but
Yes.
just not consistent enough.
They have not produced a player from the 80, what was it? 86 World Cup, Francesco Lee.
Right. Well, remember, they did have a good team a couple World Cup back with Suarez leading the line.
Yes.
I mean, he's not the force he was now, but yeah.
I remember that player, Enzo Francesco Lee. There you go.
Yeah.
Could
And
remember.
they had a decent team. I think they did it very well.
Yes.
They're probably under a little bit of pressure here. And but I don't think they should be afraid of Portugal. I think they could play Portugal on even terms.
I think so too. I think after these 14 minutes and there's no card given, I think they need to be smart now, because if the cards start going in their direction, all of a sudden they can't play as aggressive as they would want to play. They gotta be much, much smarter.
I don't think they should follow Portugal and try to play this end-to-end stuff too. Just settle
Yes,
down.
yes. Settle down and start playing your game.
Yeah.
I'm looking at something right now, and Uruguay last couple of successes is 83 Copa America, 87 Copa America, 95 Copa America, right? And they were runner-ups in 89 in Brazil. So they haven't had a ton of international success.
No, and I mean, one of the things that get teams to get better is the type of league that they have, or your players are able to go and play in one of the money leagues, some of the money leagues overseas. They haven't really turned up. They haven't really had really good leagues, or they haven't had a lot of players playing for all of the big name teams. So that is really what is going against them at this point in time. Why they haven't progressed like a Brazil or Argentina.
True. We haven't been able to export enough quality players because even the center back now, the captain, you know, Godin. Godin is probably almost 40 years old right now. I'm pretty sure Godin is probably
And that is maybe why um Portugal is playing those long balls, hoping that he'll be caught out.
yes.
I mean, because in a system with three at the back, and the player is not so mobile, it's gonna be a problem eventually.
Yeah, because all three center backs, one's 27, which is the youngest one is 36, and one is 32.
Yeah.
And what I
That
saw in the highlights, um, the much I've seen of the goalkeeper, good shot stopper, but not good with his feet. And even early in the game, when the ball went back to him, he shanked it a little bit. This is a free kick for Portugal in a pretty good spot for Ronaldo. All right, I think this is one of his favorite spots. From the left, kicking with the right, get that ball over the wall and knuckle. This could be an issue.
can he get the amount of power though
Yes,
again behind these kicks at his age?
yes,
I mean, just kicking it 1 yard slower is enough for the keeper to probably fake a save.
absolutely. That shot goes over the wall would have been an issue, but defender jumped up, deflected for a corner. So Silva is over there to take this. Bernardo Silva, left-footed in swinger. Nope. Played it short. Tried to whip it in. Olivia stepped over. Sorry. Valverde stepped over,
Yeah.
blocked it. Ball
I
out
think
from
I
the.
think it was going over the top.
You think so?
Yeah, it wouldn't have come back down.
Remember, his specialty is that knuckleball, so that ball can fly up, then tailor off, or taper off.
Yeah, I didn't think he approached it the way he normally makes those.
What I'm saying though is that if this was Messi, I'd be hearing all kind of things about boy, look what the man do with the free kick. But there you go. I mean, see Ronaldo just kick one and wasted it.
It's it's a tough situation to argue with people who are just trying to be oppositional against one and try to tear down one to build up the next.
Elevate the other. Yes.
That's to be a fair conversation, about qualities and attributes.
I can tell you, Portugal will have a hard time breaking down this Uruguay team. They're very, I think somebody put it in the chat. They play like Atletico Madrid defensively. If you watch Atletico Madrid, they're going to expect that kind of play from Uruguay. Very, very solid team defensively. Love to tackle. Yeah. Look at the back four. One pressure, one cover, and then balance. Look at it again. So from side to side. There you go, and they clear it out. Do a poor clearance.
Honestly, if it's one team that we all will give the respect to, that's gonna play for the national flag, is these Uruguayans. They're gonna put every single thing in it. Nothing
Oh,
can be held back.
Darwin Nunes, poor pass by him. Good take, but he made that was a poor pass. He made a good take there from that ball from Cavani, but made a poor pass.
For the life of me, I've been watching Portugal for a long time, going back to the days of Rui Costa and Figo, and they have always had quality teams on paper. But when it comes to playing, you're never gonna sit down and say, "Hey, I enjoy 90 minutes of watching them play." They're gonna have spurts where they catch your eye and you're like, I like that. But then it's gonna go long stretches where you're like, not that good. And somebody once said to me that the shadow of Brazil, being the only 2 countries in the world to speak Portuguese, is hard to get out of. which is probably, truer than some guys really can accept.
I think they played Pepe in this game because he would have played Darwin Nunes. So he knows a little bit about him from the Portuguese league before he came over to England to play for Liverpool. So maybe that is why they started him in this game instead of the PSG centre back.
Never know. That could be it.
Well, Pepe playing his 3rd World Cup, 10, 14, and 18. So he's really a veteran. Cristiano Ronaldo is playing his 5th World Cup.
5th World Cup.
And I think we're discussing the Mexican goalkeeper. This is actually his 5th World Cup. He was at 2018. He was at 2014. And he was at the 2010.
14.
And Cristiano Ronaldo has scored 8 goals in the World Cup. But he's played in 5 World Cup. But he's still 2nd best on the list of players for Portugal who has participated in the World Cup. There's the legend.
Eusebio.
9 goals, 1966 alone.
I like when you said that, Eusebio. I think somebody screwed up on my name and changed it to Swabio, but Eusebio.
And is something else.
I want to tell you though, the Ghana team were more into the game against Portugal than I'm seeing from Uruguay. But again, Uruguay defending well. So it's still 0-0 at this time. Again, if you're joining the channel for the first time, please ensure that you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and support I Am Sure Sports. All right. Make sure you go ahead and just subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Support the platform.
We can see the patterns are emerging now in this game where Uruguay is going to give Portugal a lot of ball and just set them up to try and get that quality
on the counter. Yeah.
That quality counter. Because they do have 2 guys up top that's fast.
Big and strong as well.
Huh?
Big and strong and can hold up the play.
Yeah, can hold the play. Cavani is not the same Cavani, but a goal scorer never really lose his touch. Might lose his legs, but won't lose his touch. Nunes had not started the season how he would want to start the season, but if you look at his goal tally, he's scored at a very good clip also for Liverpool, right? And both of them big, strong, and fast, and can put a good shift in when it comes to pressing.
Lots of Cristiano Ronaldo fans in the stands. Again, you see Pepe marking Darwin Nunes.
I think if Nunes gets some balls to his feet and start running at Pepe, Pepe become a liability.
Yeah, I'd like to see him running at Pepe.
Yeah. The aerial duels and all that stuff. Pepe's going to win that because he's a much experienced player, played at the highest level for a long time, for club and country. But I think he put that ball at his feet and even at Cavani's feet and say, hey, go after him. Then it becomes an issue. Long ball play over the top of the Uruguayan team, trying to get Bruno Fernandes involved. Bruno shifted out to the right side. Ball hit the surface and just slid out for a goal kick for Uruguay. Hey, Dunkland Stennet says Cristiano Ronaldo has not cleared a free kick wall in 3 years. I'm pretty sure a little bit more than that. So a little bit more than that.
So Gunners boss talking to you, Mr. Speed.
I must say.
That's a man called Pine. He says, say it, Mr. Speed. Portugal and their opponent in this game are pretenders, not contenders. Gunners boss is the master at trolling, you know.
Yeah, but I think when you're off just now, man is man. So Speed did say it, that both of these teams are going to huff and puff, but there's no fire, just smoke. So they're both pretenders, not contenders.
Yeah.
So I think Piney heard that and just said, all right, cool. Want to make sure he heard correctly. The quality of balls that Uruguay is trying to play in the both striker is gonna leave them wanting for better supplies.
Yeah.
Now, this is the kind of team, now, man, is man, that I would advocate for, right? Getting a 10 in the system. Somebody who can get on the ball and slip quality balls in for these two strikers.
Yeah. All right, still 0-0. That's the score here. After 29 minutes, no team able to break the deadlock. Agustin Panzani says, Arriba, Uruguay. Yeah. Hamsina Umar says, Portugal 2. Again, for those of you who are joining the platform for the first time, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Portugal versus Uruguay. 30th minute of the game, still 0-0. Uruguay in possession. Trying to create something they have not been able to do a lot of that so far, but here they go again on the break, but poor pass played through the lines, and Portugal have it in defense, but Uruguay wins this one back. Have an opportunity here to play it in the box, but poor delivery, and it goes out for a throw-in to Uruguay on the left-hand side, deep in Portugal's territory. Darwin Núñez, Cavani starting up front. Luis Suarez sits on the bench for this one. They also bench Pilistri, the young Manchester United player there. He sits on the bench today as well. Portugal also making some changes to their starting 11. Pepe coming in to their team. Here is a throw-in. Again, in almost the same position for Uruguay as they're trying to create something offensively. Haven't had a lot of possession in this game so far, or they have not been able to create any clear-cut chances. They go all the way back to their goalkeeper, Sergio Rochette, who has it now, looking to go long, and he does so. Booted this one long upfield. Darwin Núñez failing to win that header as Cancelo comes up and defend, but Darwin Núñez is with it. As Portugal defend this one well. Uruguay wins the throw. Big up man like Peso saying Brazil is on to the next round. Who want to see us come to the round of 16? Peso 100% behind Brazil. Uruguay trying to create something on the offensive end right here. Nunes going down. Referee says no foul on the play. Ball headed back expertly by the center back to the goalkeeper for Uruguay as they come forward with Captain Godin coming to this right side. Where he found Godin back to his goalkeeper who plays it long upfield. Header one by Nuno Mendes of PSG, but here comes Uruguay on the break. What will he do? Can he create something good defending? And he breaks through. Oh, what a save that was! What a save by the goalkeeper. The Tottenham man, Bentancur, breaking from midfield, got inside the box, almost on the penalty spot he was. But Diogo Costa of Portugal coming out of his goal. Oh, blocking that one and held on to the rebound. But what an opportunity that one was for Uruguay. What a chance. What do you have to say about that one? Very close call, but brilliant goalkeeping. And the Uruguayan fans cannot believe that the keeper was able to save that one. That would have been a goal against the run of play.
The moment the player got in, he closed the gap, minimized the space, and by the time the player put his head down and look up, the keeper was all over him. I don't think he had even time to put his foot underneath the ball to try and get it over him. Shot by Portugal. Joel Phoenix, ball deflected. Go out for a corner. Now deflected. In fact, the ball ricocheted off two players and finally went off a Portugal player. So it's a goal kick for Uruguay. Good ball outside to the left. Ball cross back. The two better half chance that have been created so far is for Uruguay breaking very quickly, playing balls to the outside channel, trying to get the ball back across the goal. But Pepe got a toe that ended up deflected off himself and the Uruguayan player out for a goal kick. Peso, Brazil is on to the next round. If you want to come see Brazil, you got to go to the round of 16. Quick look at the stats. Portugal passing accuracy percentage is 86 right now. Uruguay is down to 66. Possession overall is 71 for Portugal, 29 for Uruguay. So Uruguay have a ton of work to do right now to get back on some productive levels of play. Right now, the level of play is in favor of Portugal winning this game quite comfortably. Ronaldo, great chest in the box and almost pull off something from the vintage 10 years ago. Oh, I didn't realize man is gone. IT push. Say Ronaldo think he's a whisper. LOL. By the way, mentioning whisper, Mr. Speed. Oh, he's in a car. So now it's a free kick for Uruguay. I would say in line with the 18-yard box to the left of the Portuguese goal. This ball is going to be served right-footed. We know Godin is a threat when it comes to these. And if you don't know who Godin is, it's the number 3, the captain for Uruguay. You know, Atletico Madrid man. Referee's waiting because he's pushing, shoving, holding. He's giving the body fair warning right now. Why is Bruno complaining? He never defended one day in his entire life. Good defending by Portugal. Flicking that ball on. Hey, Mr. Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was asking you a question, but I saw you were a little bit distracted with probably one of the employees. I was asking, what's your opinion on Whisper?
Apparently, he's a good player based on his exploits, but I've never seen him play in person, so I don't know how to break down what he's doing at this point. No, I've seen him play in person, but I've seen him play against Cavalier team in person, but I've not seen him for probably about 9 months now. So I really don't know if he's the real deal, but basically what he's doing is extraordinary.
29 goal this season, and I heard 18 assists.
Well, I don't know about the assist part, but you have to realize a lot of these players that he's playing against are 15 and 16-year-olds. So.
True.
And then he has traditionally played in one of the strong teams, so he'll rack up the goals. I would expect nothing less.
The Portuguese player is hurt. He's coming off number 19. Mendes, and he was the top-rated player so far in this game with a 7.6 rating. Not sure what's happening to him because I don't want to have the TV feedback into the system. What are they saying on your end?
No, I'm not here. I'm not listening either. I'm just
I
watching.
think he's gone. He's injured. He's going to be substituted.
He just got substituted.
Yeah. So he's gone. Nuno Mendes, the PSG man, he's out. Picked up an injury there.
Well, he's walking away. So bad is the injury.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still 0-0 as halftime approaches. Portugal versus Uruguay. Not a game that either team must win to stay in, but a win for either team would bring them closer to advancing to the round of 16. Good game of football so far. Can't say Cristiano Ronaldo has had any say in the game so far. Haven't seen anything. Uruguay coming forward again. A ball played into the box, cleared out by the Portugal defense. Oh, that's a yellow card. Referee says no, just gives a foul. Ripping off the shirt.
That should have been a yellow card.
Yeah, I think so.
It's
Clearly.
cynical. It's cynical. I mean, it's the friendliest of fouls. I mean, if you want somebody to foul, you prefer them hold you more than hack you down. But still, it was clearly because the player thought, Portugal had an advantage. They didn't want them to start an attack.
To go ahead, yeah. Disrupting the attack. Oh, poor pass that time out of midfield. It runs out for a throw into Portugal. Just how world football has changed. Like I keep on saying it, everything has become so close. On any given day, the big teams can be beaten or made to work for any point they get from what you'd call the smaller footballing nation. 0-0 Portugal versus Uruguay in World Cup action. Card given here. I think he again basically tried to stop the quick restart, and that is what led to the card.
I think the referee realized that he should have given the card before and just give this one because most players stand up in front of the ball for a little while to stop the play. But the other one, the foul, I think is more. Oh, well, no. He was kicking the ball. It's a card. Definitely a card. He was playing the ball. He lounged it.
Still 0-0 as halftime. Jordan, Portugal versus Uruguay. Uruguay won the first World Cup, defeated Argentina. They had also
1934.
they also won the Olympic that year as well. Nation with us.
And then they won again in 1950. 1950.
Yeah, 1950, 16 years after. Also, similar in terms of population to Jamaican. People always wonder how a nation of that size.
No. They have more people than us.
Really? No?
Yeah, they have like 4 or 5 million. I can double check. We have
maybe no. There was a time when we had similar population. So maybe they have grown.
No, where you get that?
No, the population, grown meaning the population. Of course, your population size, Jamaica population size has increased.
Where you get that from? Jamaican population
Of course,
Oh,
it has
yeah.
increased.
I mean, to be honest, you're probably right. Their current population is 3.5 million. Ours is 2 point, almost 3.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
similar,
it's
not the
close.
same.
Very
Yeah,
close. Yeah,
close.
very
Yeah,
close.
yeah. Yeah, but always say to people, don't watch the population. They are in the hotbed of football in South America, so they will produce more talent because it is so competitive over there, and higher levels of football are played in South America than in the Caribbean, where Jamaica is.
They actually have a negative growth rate population in the last 2 years, so there's a decline. Not good. Not good.
Oh,
Not good.
Vicinio foul there. Like I said, very keenly contested battle in the middle of the park between these two teams. As Sir Huntley Swaby rejoins us. Mr. Speedy gave us some wrong information, man. You,
About
to-
what?
you told us that Mount Pleasant and Cavaliers were going to play at Draxall on Sunday.
That was the original fixture. I think there's some they're trying to change it. So I don't know what it is now.
Okay, 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 okay. Ball played into the box, or too much weight on the square there. It went all the way across to the other side, goes out of touch. It is halftime. Look at
Just,
that.
just halftime, very quiet halftime. Very, very quiet halftime.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and give your take so far on what you have seen.
I want
Maybe if they drop asleep, I mean, I would miss much when I wake up back. But anyway, Portugal clearly the dominant team. 70% possession to 30% Uruguay. They have taken 8 shots, none on target. Uruguay taken 4, one on target. Pass accuracy 85%. So there are these things. And well coached European team and would have easily have that type of pass accuracy because if you know European train, a lot of midfielders know to retain ball. That's all they do, retention of football. Uruguay is really far below international standard. They're at 65%. Uruguay fouled 10 times. So clearly um, they are they are a step behind. Portugal 2. Yellow cards 2 for Uruguay. Portugal 1. Portugal had 4 corners. The Uruguay 1. Portugal offside twice. So Portugal definitely a team that is pushing more, trying to get a edge. And just going by the stats, yeah, Portugal is ahead. It's more likely Portugal will go on to win this game than Uruguay at the moment, unless Uruguay definitely, definitely change everything and start to play much better in the second half.
Yes, Sir Swaby.
Yeah, I'm not even going to get into the stats. Mr. Speed did that and did a good job with that. I'm just saying, yes, ball retention by the Portuguese team is a bigger number here, but they're not doing much with it to penetrate. I think the one or two times when the Uruguayan team get in and around the box, they seem much more willing to take the chances to play the ball in behind and and go after players 1v1. That's how they created that one big chance that they had, right? Because the player was willing to take that first touch and go after a defender. Obviously, Uruguay have to change the way they're playing. They gotta improve on the ball retention a little bit more and just if they can keep the Portuguese midfielders playing ball possession instead of trying to break them down with a quick penetrating pass to Ronaldo, I think they can keep their scoreline at 0 and improve their movement offensively. Then you know they're gonna create something because Suarez is gonna come on as the bully and try to get something. Now he might can't run for a solid 60, but he comes on for the last 30. He's gonna create some issues for this Portuguese team.
Yeah, I've never been too fond of how this 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 Portugal team played. I watched them in the Euros, and I just felt like they weren't the kind of team that impressed me a whole lot, right? They are very dynamic players, but they don't seem to to, to do enough, I think.
Come on, say it, man. The passing seemed aimless at times.
Yeah, and they have such dynamic players, and that has always been one of the concerns I have with them. I really don't see them. I mean, I'll tell you what, they defend by committee, which is probably an asset that they have. But I think when they come up against the big teams, they are going to struggle if they go through. I suspect they will, but it's not a team that I'm too fond of. Maybe there is something about them that I am not seeing, but I don't see with the kind of players they have. I don't see that creativeness that I need to see. I struggle with that. And I think that is where I think they're going to, you know, they should struggle. Maybe like someone is saying, Diego Jota, but should get a chance for this Portugal team. I don't know. Maybe Leo as well, who came on and scored. They need to plug him into this game, or maybe they're just being very cautious, like we said about the first game, and probably look at making some sort of difference in the second half. But Diego Jota is not there, so he won't be able to come on. Remember, Diego Jota had some injury, but they can bring on Leo, that AC Milan forward. He came on in the last game and he scored. The other thing is that they don't really have a lot of offensive options. They have Silva, who was at Frankfurt, Andre Silva, Luau. Those are the names that we know that could probably come out, I think, and make some difference for them. I don't know. It's not like I watch them and can say, okay, make this change or make that change.
But they have always have a history of like what Mr. Speech said. Con- they are pretenders, not contenders. Even if you go back to when
He actually said that because I didn't hear now. I hear Gunners boss say it.
no, he actually said that. And
He actually said that.
I echo that sentiment, and I'll tell you why. Because even when they won the Euros, remember they qualified after tying 3 games and
Yep.
did not score a goal in open play until the quarterfinals. And even semifinals had to go to penalties. So when you look at how they play, it's they huff and puff, but they just smoke. There's no blaze, there's no heat. Um, and people can say whatever they want to say about the players and they've achieved, but the fans wants to see something that's going to spark an interest. When you look at the stats, they look like they're in full control. When you look at the game, it doesn't look like that, right? It doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of team that you don't want them to surprise you. You don't want to take them lightly, and then all of a sudden they surprise you. But for their history have shown that they don't bring that quality of saying, "Hey, we're gonna win this," and they're gonna do everything they can to win it. It's a very conservative, pragmatic way of playing. And I think if Uruguay make a couple of changes, not even personnel, but some adjustment to better ball retention and go after them, you can call them out. I think they can call them out.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know, like even I mean, and I don't like to be overly critical of players, but I don't see what Cristiano Ronaldo has is doing on the field.
He hasn't shown much. He hasn't shown much. But
And I think it was the same thing.
the problem with Ronaldo is that he plays like this in many games and comes out winning the man of the match because he ended up scoring 2 goals, right? And
He's probably waiting on a penalty.
So Portugal is actually older than Uruguay in terms of Uruguay team is actually older than Portugal. The average age is 27.8. Portugal is 26.8. So they are like 1 year older the age of the squad at this particular point in time. Mexico is very old at 28.5. But the oldest team is Iran at 28.9. So those are, the average age of teams at the World Cup.
And the thing is that Portugal they have been so they are dominating all the stats. But like I said, the eye test is different from the looking at the stats. Go ahead, Mr. Speed.
Right. So Uruguay clearly is suffering from that their league hasn't really progressed like other leagues around them in South America. In 2010, they probably had their best chance. They had, Suarez and Cavani and Diego Forlan at their disposal. And I think they came fourth in 2010. But it has just been a steady decline since. Remember, I think 2010 was when Suarez actually beat the person, or it was 2000. Okay.
2010, yes.
Right. But the team has just been in fairly steady decline. They are still ranked 14 in the world, and Portugal is ranked 9. You would have thought that such a game would be exciting. There, and exciting players and people want to show off their skills to try and bolster themselves to go up in the rankings or become, to show off their skills at this point. But there's no such thing. It's just one boring drag game going on. Portugal have all the possession, but then they're probably not committing enough players forward to make a difference at the business end. That's where we are at this particular point in time. I still think Portugal has done enough to actually win the game eventually if they keep on this same, because 70% possession, you will get one in. You will get lucky one of these times if they score one of those goals.
Yeah. Let me just say this, right? It's amazing to look at the comments, so you can tell in terms of team where different persons are. They have a leaning, right? So IT Push and Dean Fraser obviously they support either Portugal or Ronaldo. So because he calls us Portugal haters. That's Dean Fraser. Then he says Brazil don't look better than Portugal, right? I would not agree with that, but I mean, you have to support your team. Then IT Push said that I need to have my eyes tested or get my glasses changed. He's suggesting that my observation of the Portugal team is not correct. Or Ronaldo, I want you to tell me though, IT Push, what has Ronaldo done? Tell me a couple of things that you have seen from him in this game to say yes, he is having an average game, or he is having a good game. Tell me what you have seen.
And also tell us why we should not be hating if that's how he thinks we're going about our business.
So you have to remember, right? Because Ronaldo, which is kind of funny, right? Pepe has 6.0 when you look at the stats here, right? 7.6 for Mendes, who came off. All right, 6.9 for Cancelo, 6.7 for Bruno Fernandes Silva, and for Ronaldo, right? 6.9 for Carvalho, Joe Felix 6.6 and 6.6 for Bruno Fernandes as well. Bentancur 7.4 for Uruguay. All of the players are under 6, right? So I don't know. Leadership, well, if he provides leadership on the field, good. But you know that he could be on the bench and be leading because he did that already. He doesn't need to be on the field if he's providing leadership, because in the Euros, he was on the bench when they won it and he was providing leadership from the sidelines.
Why you gotta be so harsh, man? Why you gotta be so harsh? Why you gotta tell the guy something that he did not want you to mention? So I did push, you know, I understand you might think that, but we gotta call it the way we see it. Either way, we're looking for a good football game. All right. And I want a good football game. Today, we've been blessed with 3 so far.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, and what I'll say to you is that people seem to mark Messi so hard and I want to
No. I'll say it. I'll say it, man. I'll say it.
and give Cristiano Ronaldo a pass.
I'll say it. And no disrespect to nobody. It's just what Ronaldo does is easier to look at and recognize. Scoring goals, right? Because he's playing now and he's not affecting the game. But if he scored 2 goals, you get man of the match. And then everybody's going to jump on the comment and say, hey, look how great. But Messi's not that kind of player. Messi, yes, he scores goals. But Messi is a player who will pull the strings also. And that's not, if you're an untrained eye, you don't see that, the importance. Right? The space that the space that he's creating, how he's moving off the ball. All right. But if we judge him off just goal scoring, then everybody's going to say, hey, this plays better over that player. But Messi, remember, he's not just an out and out striker. He's a different kind of player. So people are going to mark him harder because he's not scoring as many goals as people think. And guess what? He still scored more goals than as much goals as Ronaldo.
What I'll say is that people are saying that Ronaldo, right? He broke the World Cup record by scoring in 5 World Cups. So that's 8 goals in 5 World Cup. That's like 1 point ad per World Cup, man. That's not a good stat.
No. The greatest Portugal player ever.
Did it in 1?
Scored 9 in 1.
In 1 World Cup.
In 1.
Yeah.
In 1. So I don't understand that. I don't understand. Again,
IT push, you know, understand it. IT push. And as a matter of fact, Eusebio, actually, the team Portugal finished the 3rd. That's the highest they have ever finished in a World Cup.
Yeah. There you go. That Eusebio team. There you go.
Yeah.
1966. He scored 9 times using a less known technique called conducting. He was the master at conducting, and he scored 9 using that technique. Most of them was like that.
So we're not being a hater, my friend. Hating is not in our bloodline. It's just calling it how we see it. And, but I'm happy that you can, say it out loud and we can talk about it.
Yeah.
5 World Cup, 8 games, and what?
So Tapa with more average per World Cup is 2 goals per World Cup.
Exactly. He has a better average than Ronaldo. A far superior average than Ronaldo.
And what people have to also understand, a lot of the top players, Roger Miller never played in 5 World Cup. A lot of the goal scorers, Romario never played in 5 World Cup.
Nope.
Ronaldo didn't play in 5 World Cup.
Romario should have gotten to 3 World Cup, but the first one he had an ankle injury. The second one he was injured again for a while and couldn't recover in time and played one. And the one that he played in, he won. He helped Brazil to win it. Because we can't pretend like he did it by himself. So, a lot of times it's just, we shape history or we project history as all we want it. But
good pressing by Portugal there.
Now it's a nice break for Uruguay, but a poor pass into Cavani, and that's immediately turnover. Again. Every time the Portuguese players get touched, they're on the ground, rolling over. This is the part of the game that we don't like. This Richarlison's thing. I'm not hearing you saying it.
Hey, let me tell you who's the next man that is known for that. Bernardo Silva is known for that.
Yeah, well, if you watch the last City game, he cried the whole time. He didn't want to play. He wanted to go off to the World Cup and just go hang out. That's why they got beat. Every time he got touched, he was on the ground crying.
Yeah, but Uruguay, the tackles are flying in.
No problem, Mr. Special Edition, Holland. You had
Oh, this one.
yeah.
Yeah, Maradona should have played 5 World Cups too. You understand me? So there's a lot of players who never had the chance to play 5 World Cups.
Yes, definitely.
So sometimes we look at the stats, but we have to be very, cognizant of all the other things that surrounds those stats. Ronaldo is a good player, not taking, but I think this is not a good World Cup for him.
Yeah, but some of the time when people play 5 World Cup, it's really because the country not able to produce players to push them out. Some of it, So yeah, Tapa really quote. Where's the Tapa really quote Swaby?
Hey, listen.
I don't know what that about.
No, because he was saying that Tapa has a better average in the World Cup than Ronaldo.
Oh, okay. It's true.
It's just a simple
maths.
Maths. It's just maths. We're not trying to say who's better.
As a matter of fact, if you want to go that way, it took Ronaldo 2 World Cup to pass Tapa on the goal scoring chart. World Cup.
And one thing, when on a ramp with Tapa my ball, Nobody ramp with Tapa, Tapa special, You know much man playing a World Cup and can't score. Tapa scored 2 in a 1 game. Oh, double for the trouble. Double for the trouble. Double for the trouble. Theodore Tapa Whitmore all by himself. Solo Molo.
And Tapa only played 3 games, and I guarantee
Ronaldo
play at least 8 to try and beat him. So I don't want man and ramp like the boy. We're just you know what? Hey, mute Mr. Speed Mike if you're a couple of minutes. We said mute Mr. Speed Mike for a couple of minutes because a problem in one cast.
Someone ran onto the field?
Yeah, someone ran onto the field.
Well, you can tell that he will be going to jail. He forgot that he's in Qatar.
I go to the wrong jail too. The LGBTQ flag. The wrong jail I go to.
Yeah, Rasta Seat is also saying, opportunity there for Portugal. Opportunity there for them on the break. Hitting the side of the neck, Joe Felix, the Atletico Madrid man who says he wants to leave.
Well, I was wrong, you see. I was wrong. It really took Cristiano Ronaldo 3 World Cup to pass Tapa. The first 2 him score 1-1, and then the third one him scored.
There you go. Has he ever scored 2 goals in a World Cup game?
Hey, but tell you, mute Mr. Speed Mike, no, it don't look too good for Ronaldo now, Ronaldo it take up to 12 games in a World Cup for me top of 1 World Cup with 3 games.
So
All
6
right.
and 3, yeah. 4 up, it was 10 and 13 appearance before him passed Tapper.
Oh, Jesus. It don't look good. It don't look good. You know, Mr. Special Edition said.
Welcome back, IT Push. Travis said he was sorry for that. I don't know what he pressed. He's at work. So he said he pressed something and temporarily timed you out. So sorry about that. Welcome back. Yeah.
No problem, IT Push.
Yeah. Ronaldo is the third best. No, man. Ronaldo, third best what? The third best with them names start with R. So you remove Pele, you remove Maradona, you remove Messi. So you put in the R names and you're voting on only R names. Okay, if you're voting on R names, you're right. Because
And the
must
one
be
where
only R.
Third best Ronaldo.
No, he's just using R names.
Oh.
Hear that there's a goal for Ronaldo?
Yeah, there's a goal. Just like I said. Like I said.
Oh, he must be hearing Manning's man mouthing him off and says, okay, you boy Manning, stop your talking. This is what I can do. Turn up in the big moments and get it for my team. Put up or shut up, Manning's man. This is Ronaldo. Remember that. Can hear him in Qatar saying that.
It looks offside though.
and that's what I was going to say. It's
It
offside.
looks offside. It looks offside.
I don't think it's done.
This ain't standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's off.
Okay.
From I was going to say it because
Yep.
to me,
Looks
it was
off.
just
No, he's not
Pass it
outside.
up.
He's onside, man. He's onside. They're going to give it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh,
If
they
it were-
gave it. They gave it. They
yeah,
gave
man.
it.
that guy out the right of him onside.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just saw it. The guy on the right side have him on side. So, all
Yeah,
right.
the guy on the
Good
right.
goal, Ronaldo. But like we were saying, this is what happens. Does nothing until he pops up and score.
So there you go. Not a penalty, but a headed goal. And he has gotten one for his team. This changes everything.
Faintest of touches, you know. The faintest of touches.
I'm telling you. And that is what got threw the keeper off. Ronaldo with the goal for Portugal as they lead Uruguay in the 56th minute by 1-0. Yeah, he must have been in this. He must be what you're saying that, yes, man, you chat too much.
So
if
no
it is
more
the
Ronaldo
keeper-
joke now.
And he's laughing. Saying anything Messi can do, I
heard
can
him,
do
man.
too.
Man heard him, man.
So no more Ronaldo joke now.
Another breakdown, and they recover the ball.
Float management, it seems like you are behind us, float management. People, there's a couple of things I want to tell you, right? Those of you who are watching, a couple of things I need to remind you of. You have to subscribe, right? We don't want to keep telling you to subscribe. Subscribe, man. And also hit the like button. You know that we have more than 1,000 views on the channel, and we don't have 30 likes, right? Hit the like button, man. It's very easy. Go ahead and hit the like button. So when you do that, somebody else says, "Whoa, I need to go and check this out."
Ronaldo is hurt.
And
Yeah. The guy on the far side kept him on. The guy on the far side kept him on.
oh, he didn't get the goal. Who is the goal scorer for Portugal?
Server. Oh, Ronaldo didn't touch it.
That's what I was saying. Is the faintest of touch. If he did,
No, he didn't touch it.
Ronaldo got the goal. I have Ronaldo in the 54th minute.
Yeah, they have it, but they're gonna review it. He didn't touch the ball.
it would have been the faintest of touch. No, the goal. Let me say who get it.
Yeah, I have Bruno Fernandes
Yeah.
as the person. Oh, Bruno Fernandes got the goal.
Yeah. Oh, Cavani.
He not touch it. He not touch it. He
He must
must
touch
try
it,
to
man.
keep
He
it.
must touch it. He might clean, but he must touch it.
He not touch it, man.
Oh, so they have given the goal to Bruno Fernandes. Okay. Ronaldo trying to steal one there. Knew he didn't touch it, but because he wants to be in the statistical books of many, he was celebrating Bruno goal. Give the goal to Bruno. You, Ronaldo, you.
Cannot beat cannot beat.
So we can go back to beating him.
Yeah, man. You can't beat him all the time. Hey, man is money. Oh.
Yeah, right. So Rasta said, I try to thief people goal.
No, him not touch it for them.
I'm not touching, man. Far from it. He missed that ball by at least 4 inches.
That's Bruno Fernandes' first goal in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Boy, people him after Ronaldo again, boy.
Boy, oh boy.
Well.
Can't believe it with that speed bringing top on this again.
Can Uruguay get back into this? I'm gonna run Tapa joking now, because Tapa is the best. Tapa is Jamaica's best goal scorer as a midfielder. Nobody in the history of Jamaica football.
No, but I'm not joking. I'm the truth we attack.
Oh, I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right
nice
now.
break. Nice break.
And why Tapa thing more impressive is that he was a midfielder, not a striker.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. We're playing back in the day, we had the Confed Cup. Kurt Vine playing volley kickers at National Stadium. And Tapa scored 2 goals on me from outside the box, about on top of the D. And Tapa curled both of them, you know. Curled both of them to the left side of the post and ping them off of the post each time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, Rasta saying he would not have been outside if he touched it though. Because you saw the player on the other side.
It wouldn't be outside.
Yeah.
We thought he was outside because none of us saw the play on the far side. But once we saw that, we knew he was onside. But he didn't touch it. No matter how much we celebrate, he didn't touch it.
Breakdown. This Portugal team.
Yeah, they run the keeper watching, you know. The keeper just fire the ball.
Hey, man is man. Put up one Mr. Special Edition.
That one?
Yeah. No, the next one.
Oh.
Hey, listen. It's World Cup time. If you can't have fun with it, you know, man, what can we do? You know, what can we do? We gotta have fun with it.
Yeah. Black Up Pearl scored 17 in World Cup qualifiers, IT push. All I can tell you is that Tapa Whitmore has the record for the most goals as a midfielder.
Yeah, man.
That I know. Playing for the national team. No other midfielder scores as many goals as him. I think Luis Suarez is needed now. They may have to go with a front 3.
Yeah, they might have to go with that front 3. Have Luis going down the middle and slide Nunes out to the left.
They are bringing on 2 players. Uruguay looking to make a couple of substitutions as they break here. Offside call. Darwin Nunes can't get a look in this World Cup. Oh, ball bouncing up. So Godin coming out and Vicinius, they're taking out a centre back and putting on 2 midfielders. So going for the win here. They are going for the win. Diego Godin coming out, taking out the captain. They're looking to attack here, trying to see if they can get back into this game. Still no sign of Luis Suarez. Could he come in and make a difference in this one? Portugal leads Uruguay by a 1-0. Oh, good pressing that time. And Pepe. No, man. Paul Pogba. Yeah, man. But what I'm saying, as a Jamaican player, though, Daphne. So as a Jamaican player, Theodore Whitmore, as a midfielder, is the top goal scorer, Jamaican, for the national team. Yeah, but Paul Pogba plays midfield for France.
I know the Portuguese again on a quick transition turnover. Ball play far post, and Ronaldo was just feasting on that for that ball to come over. Defender happens to just get his hips in the way and deflected it. Oh, it was not his hip, but his left calf.
I think they're going to have to throw some more men up front. Maybe adding a Luis Suarez with around, lots of time to go. They still have around 25 minutes. So they do have some time to get back into this one. Again, if you're watching and you have not yet liked the video, please go ahead and do that. And also, it would be nice if you can subscribe to I Am Sure Sports as well.
Good attack down the right side from Uruguayans.
Mr. Speed, this one is a Dumby Holland fan, right? You can see his comment. Hey, Mr. Speed, you seen Duckland's comment addressed you, you know. Played over, header. Oh, Apolline Henry, my stream, no man. All right, Coach Swaby, go ahead, give them the update on your stream so let them know that it's not.
Yeah, the update on the stream right now is that Uruguay just attacked on the right side, over dribble, the ball goes out for a goal kick for the Portuguese team. Right now I'm at 65-35.
Yeah, man, go ahead. Just give them some ball-to-ball talk on it because you're...
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
They're showing replays right now. Long ball play out to the back. Header. Misheaded. The ball goes out to the right side for a throw-in for the Portugal team. Now at this moment, Portugal is slowing down the game, walking for everything, trying to waste as much time as they can. Ball is back into play. Quick combination up top. Ball play into Ronaldo. Good tackle by the defender. Ball play back now to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper plays it long into Pepe. Pepe miscleared it. Still ball going back and forth. Now the ball finally got into the Uruguayan player on the right side who put the ball down and passed it back to the fullback. Now the ball is in midfield. They're playing through the midfield. Poor pass into Nunes. The turnover. Bruno Fernandes gets it. He's on the ball.
Apolline Henry, we are at the same place, man. We are at the same place with you. Trust me. Yeah. Mr. Speed, Duckland leave something on the screen for you here.
Yeah, but Duckland know that is more like him for sign Ronaldo, because Ronaldo age. I mean, we could have find two ball at Cavalier where Ronaldo all on the two of them put together.
Yeah, but you already have your you have your Ronaldo already. Webster.
Exactly. But I just want to get things into perspective so people don't think we're picking on anybody. It took Messi 3 World Cups to pass Tapa 2. I remember Messi didn't score one in his first one. The second appearance he scored 0. Is the third appearance he scored 4 goals. So both him and Ronaldo kind of see him both.
Yeah, man. Let me see him both, man.
Who has scored 2 in a game? Because that is big enough. That's what Tapa did.
I didn't check that out. I'll check that out.
Has any of them ever scored 2 in a game? I don't think so. In a World Cup match.
In our World Cup, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Check Messi.
But have Messi? I think Messi had 2 assists though in one game.
Messi even
Yeah.
have goals and assists in one game.
Yeah, man. But I'm talking about 2 goals. None of these guys have scored 2 goals in a game in one game in the World Cup. So, you know, I always tell people Tapa's accomplishment is big. Oh, somebody saying CR7 did. Which World Cup did he score 2 goals in?
What?
Last World? When? When CR7 did that? IT push. Special edition. Check that for me, though. Leo of AC Milan coming on, the player who Arsenal probably will be buying in January to come and win the Premier League.
Here we go. Suarez is about to get his trainers off. So let's get the big man on.
And Ruben Neves, the Wolves man, coming out, being
That's
replaced
about-
by Leo.
Also,
Suarez is just 35. I don't think he take care of himself like what Sierra and Messi take care of
I
himself.
don't think he does. Also, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't think he does.
Yeah.
Him should be. I mean,
I want to know when CR7 scored 2 goals in a World Cup match.
We can check it out. I know him in a Euro him score a hat trick, but we can check it out.
Yeah,
And when I realized that also about Suarez is last year at Atletico Madrid when he was their top scorer.
Oh, they
and
said
he
last World Cup. Okay, they said last World Cup he scored a hat trick.
It's probably true. I remember him scoring a hat trick in our game against Spain for true. Either it's a World Cup or a Euro. I can't remember which one. But
They said he scored a hat trick against Spain in 2018.
It's possible, and then him go on to score 5 for the season. I think you might be right. But before that, remember, as I tell you before that, it was just 1-1.
Messi scored 2 goals in a match.
And Messi scored 2 goals in a match.
Which World Cup game?
Nigeria.
Okay.
Son of a gun. You're right.
All right.
Hey, this Uruguayan team is doing some good things, but they're very erratic in the final third. It's brought down the Portuguese team just now, but the final ball was just like it's a rush, and they had time to settle themselves.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah, this is where you need the experience of Suarez, man. Ronaldo with a dive earlier. Must be.
Hey, Rasta seeing 7. Mind yourself, you know, man. The man them tag you as hater, you know.
Ronaldo will not be going back to Manchester United at the end of the World Cup. Talk is that he will be heading back to Real Madrid for 6 months. We will see.
When them sleep and wake up, but go to wish Real Madrid. Real Madrid not
Real Madrid want to win things, you know.
And Real Madrid don't sign 6 months contract. You have to understand the difference in some clubs. Or them do. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. But I don't think him going back to Real Madrid based on what is that. Remember, I never leave there so on good terms. You know.
But where have he left? Where has he left on good terms? He didn't leave Juventus on good terms either, you know.
Right. So a lot of people, some people remember long. Yeah. Media is right. Him score a memorable free kick. Was one of those knuckleball. He's getting Spain at the World Cup for you.
Sure.
I think they're trying to get off Cavani and put on Suarez.
No, I think they have to take off a midfielder and put him on. Or they're taking off Cavani. I think he's disappointed that he's coming off. He's looking at the coach like he's saying, "What are you doing? What?" Suarez already quarreling.
Why is Cavani quarreling? What has he done?
He's coming on for Gomez. Cavani not coming out.
Yeah, he come out. I'm telling you, he came out.
So Suarez is in and Gomez is in. Oh, Cavani coming out here. Can he get one in?
Just run over.
Rasta Saint. Yes, I can see that. You're speaking the truth.
They say put him in MLS to meet up with Gareth Bale.
No. I don't think he want to go there, so.
Who's that?
Ronaldo.
No.
Go back to US. I don't think he want to go there, so.
No.
Remember him have a case over there?
No, they dropped it.
Or they dropped it?
Yeah, they dropped it. A couple months ago, too. They dropped it.
That means he could be heading there.
Yes.
Rob Simmons says, are we comparing Ronaldo to Suarez? YouTube has become Bellevue.
That wasn't us in a Rob Smith. That wasn't us.
That was not us. That was not us.
You have to talk to Rasta Saint 7,
Yeah.
who IT push. Don't call him Rasta Saint, him call him Rasta something else, but I'm not going to say that last part, you know.
Hey, this Uruguayan team is working. Oh! Hit the left hand post. Oh my word.
Let me give you this one.
Word.
Here is number 8 for Uruguay. Still with it. Nunes playing it back. Uruguay. Ball played out to the right here. Inside to Darwin. Shot that goal. Oh, yes. Coming off the left upright by the number 18 right there. And Portugal lives to fight another day as Uruguay continues to pile on the pressure on this Uruguay team. Can they find a way back into this game? Will they?
Wow.
He's also wanted in Saudi Arabia on a $225 million deal.
Well, you see that shot? You see that shot on his man? That hit the post?
Yeah,
It's
man.
the game where Tapa scored 2 in the Confederation Cup, man.
Yeah.
Same way. Opening body and curl it. So Tapa is a goal scorer. I know your boy, still I'm my boy too, you know, so don't feel like I'm a boy, you know.
Yeah, man.
Good friend, man.
Rasta Saint and IT push. Nobody take the look of friendly banter. To come on, don't bother get if you're going to get upset, no stop. You understand me? There are many persons you can address in the comment section. If you're gonna get upset, don't even bother go there. All right. Let's talk some football.
$225 million to a Saudi Arabia deal. No, you think they will pay that fee? $225 million. Ronaldo.
You get him to those
Saudi Arabia, $225 million is like it's to a Saudi Arabian is like 10 Jamaican dollars, you know.
Money have money, you know.
So, you know, say, yeah, if I was Ronaldo, that's a deal I would take.
Absolutely. Why
For
not?
the next 3 years.
Why not?
Unless him think him can play. But I heard him in an interview though, they think that him can play till he's 40, though, you know. He said that, you know.
Yeah, he can, but where? Zlatan played up until that age, but where?
It's Jackson,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Uruguay is the first team to win the
First
World
team
Cup.
to win the World
Yeah,
Cup.
but it was only 7 teams enter.
And they were all invited.
Invitational only.
Yeah. A free kick for Uruguay.
Oh, Suarez. Ball fell counter to Suarez, hit it and in the outside of the net.
I think they should start him. They need to start him in the next game if they want to get something, to try everything. Because he's a proven goal scorer.
Wow.
Oh, yes, that should have been a
And
goal.
couldn't piss around in time.
Couldn't get around it in time.
Yeah. He's not agile as he used to be.
Yes, couldn't get around
I
it
don't
in
know
time.
why he ban up himself like that. All him finger them ban up everything.
79th minute of the game. Still,
I feel
Portugal have a slight lead.
They're moving the ball though. Now against the 5v4. Great pass. Finish. Oh my word. Again, this game should have been done and dusted already. Just like we discussed at halftime that the Uruguayans have to come out and play with the ball more. And just now, nice ball in behind. And the striker try to play a second ball in. If he shoot that goal, it's 1-1.
Oh no, why didn't he rifle it? Man who came on as a sub.
Ball like how the German hit it yesterday. With
yes.
pure power away from the goalkeeper.
Good run in between the line. That's what he needed to have done. That's what he did. But poor execution. Look at the pressing. This is what you get from Suarez. That had to be booted long, which give Uruguay the chance to win it. But the game becoming very stretched at this time.
I think the Uruguayans have a chance in this one, brother. They're coming forward. They're finding pockets of spaces to play. Good ball again. Can we get that guy running? I think the percentage of accurate passing have gone up for them, but not where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's in the wrong area of the pitch.
Yes. Whip it across.
And CR7 has disappeared from the game.
Uruguay need to commit more people forward. A while ago, they had 3 back and 1 Portugal player up. They need to just look at taking more chances.
Well, this is 9, almost 10 of them. Yeah, they have a lot of persons.
This young fella who came on, that young fella who came on is creating so much havoc on the right side.
Arasquia plays for Flamengo in Brazil. He's not young. He's 28 years old.
Well, he looks like a teenager.
Yeah, he's an attacking midfielder. He plays for Flamengo in Brazil. Watch him a whole lot.
Yeah, but remember, I said that.
Oh, that could be a foul.
Now it's a corner kick now coming in. Poor corner didn't even get past the first defender.
Also, the Pilistri, the Manchester United player who came in, also doing well as well.
Suarez holding his side already like him winded.
No, that's a trick of Suarez, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
But man, I've seen that. Arsenal I felt the
of his robbery.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm glad you're admitting that that's what he does.
Yeah, hide from the truth,
The whole Arsenal coming in for Portugal right now, and the great Cristiano Ronaldo is coming off.
He's only coming off for one reason, because coming off now after scoring. Well, not scoring, because watch. This angle. He did not touch the ball.
They're going to give him man of the match. Because it's so hard. It's so hard. Like it's very difficult to play football and be the invisible man. So maybe for his invisible traits, he will be awarded with the man of the match, because I've not seen any kind of performance. But his run did deceive the
goalkeeper. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can't say no contribute.
Yeah.
Is his run make the keeper don't collect that ball? He was there waiting for the head. And just
even Brian Lara would have been more honest. He would have said, "Hey, I didn't touch that."
What about
give me a chance here.
Ball playing to box.
Let me not say Diego. What about Diego? Would Diego have said didn't touch it?
No, man. Diego hand the ball, man. You have to ask Huntley that brain drain. Rasta Saint, when they see IT push and brain drain, these guys, they like to give trouble. Bridget says, I am sure sports. How are Liverpool overpaid Uruguay? How are Liverpool overpaid Uruguay players performing? So he's speaking when Coach Fabi comes back, he can answer on Darwin Nunes because I figure that's who you're asking about. So he will answer that, not me. The Arsenal players have been good so far in this World Cup. Yeah, Rasta saying 7 man, but no, yeah, you know, it's social, so it's these things. You understand me? So I don't take it serious. You understand me? Don't take it so serious. But you're right. IT push, no name calling. All right, let's keep it. Let's keep it good. You know what is funny? When I'm with my friends who support Messi, I bother them too, you know. And when I'm with my friends who support Neymar, I bother them too. Same thing with Cristiano Ronaldo. And they banter me about Pele. The man them tell me say Pele not good enough because Pele never that play with nobody, you know. And me never see Pele play yet, you know. How me know say Pele did so good? I what they call it folklore story the man them a tell me and them thing there.
Pele not playing at Jamaica.
Eh? Man, I say,
Pele
but
playing
them say, based on what them see a Pele playing in Jamaica, Pele never good. Him never nothing special. I'm telling you, man, tell me that. See how I just 86 World Cup alone, Maradona do something. Him no good. So that's just how football. Yeah, that's done me. Benton Craft.
I mean, Maradona has even played good when him team now win. Because I remember, I mean, even 94 World Cup, you know, Maradona was doing well in USA, you know, playing
Before he was banned.
Yeah.
You get disqualified, but you can't. All I'm performances.
And people are saying, but we can't make him play good, so they shouldn't ban him for that.
What I don't understand though is, like, if an athlete had done that and had any drugs, everything, all his records would be gone. Or they've never removed Diego's records.
No, but we don't know. They never catch him with no substance the time when he win before.
No, it don't matter. Remember, even with if you're like Marianne Jones lost everything.
Yeah, but remember Marianne Jones thing different, you know. She admitted to they never test her and get on, but she admitted to a systematic, you know, whatever they were doing. It was systematic, and other people got jail feet and all of that. So.
Yeah. Brendan is asking if Pele is the most overrated athlete ever.
I don't know. It is one day if you have a program, I'm going to decide who are the best based on where everybody can evidence that people can put up. Right now, we're not dealing with that now. We can deal with the World Cup. But when the World Cup done, come back.
If it is evidence, you're going to win with the newer players because there's more evidence of them than the players from the past. But it is still
football not change that much in the management, man. Look here, if you're not pressure the ball, people still have score for you, and it never change anytime soon. So there's a lot of things in a football now going to change anytime.
But what I'm saying though, what are you going to see? You don't see many full games of Pele, no?
You don't have to be. Look here, you don't remember again. Scoring goal is still hard, just like that time. If scoring goal wasn't hard, then everybody would score goal for a long time. You see what I say? So some of these logics that people are come up with don't make sense. Scoring goal is still hard. And that is why you never have a whole heap of people scoring goal from. It's not like everybody was scoring 1,000 goals at a time, you know?
Yeah.
Right. So you can decide to go scoring easy now.
And I don't work with highlight, you know, because that's exactly what they are, the highs. They are the highs.
And you can't beat the records.
Yeah.
Record is one big thing. So we can have that argument sometime in the future. Some people believe say Zidane is the GOAT. Some people believe say is Cruyff is the GOAT. I mean,
which one is the GOAT? GOAT in the country.
Yeah, that too. Some people believe you ever hear about this player name used to play for Real Madrid, come from Argentina, name I think he played for Spain because he couldn't go back to Argentina. He used to play for Real Madrid too. A lot of people swear to him. People also believe that Garanja was better than Pele. So people have them preferences.
Portugal trying to do something here.
Yeah, see El Granero,
Stefano.
Stefano.
Stefano. Yeah.
He was special. Let me say special. He was special. And people only not give him that ratings because he never, really do well at country level. Because by the time he play for Argentina and him have run and he play for Spain, in between he had to be naturalized, and that's why a lot of people have him as the goal. Anyway, that time Spain was a pretender at that time. So again,
Yellow card to Ruben Diaz. Saying wow to the referee. Wow, why you yellow carding me? This Stefano. Yeah.
This Stefano, bad player. If you ever see them people, you can't see them man, good because
They're saying it's a Ruben Neves. That should be a penalty because the player handled the ball. Will VAR be called in to question here? It looks so. There's a check for a penalty. Could be given. I don't think it should be given, or he's going to look. But I don't think the player, he saw the player is falling. How do you give a penalty for that? I think that is crazy. Penalty given, and Ronaldo is going to come back on at this time. Substitution being made. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Is he going to take back the card?
Huh?
Is he going to take back the card and get it?
That is not a... Oh, my, man. Listen, that is not a penalty. Look at this. The man is falling. Did he stop?
Not a penalty. I wouldn't give it for that.
That is not a penalty, man. Oh, my... VAR is... What this referee? That's not a penalty. The man falling.
He open him on. Man. He open him on. Look at it. He open him on. Or is he opening to catch a fall?
He's falling. Look, the man is falling. There you go. Oh my God.
Not a penalty.
That's not a penalty, man.
He open him for stop. Yeah. Okay. He open him on for balance. That's true. I thought in no one drop.
A man said that Peter Mystic said, I was at the stadium as a little boy. When Pele came, he had to leave the field early because of a stupidly dangerous tackle from Billy Perkins, who had to be police escorted out.
That is true.
No, man, I know it's a penalty, Alpoline, Henry, or Apolline. No, man, we know we passed that. What I'm saying that I would not have given it because the man is falling.
But him open him on man's man. Is that the reason?
Oh, you don't fall with your hand on your side. That you use your hand for balance. That cannot be a penalty. That's why I call VAR very atrocious referee, That's what VAR mean, It's not video assistant referee. That's not a penalty.
But the referee didn't have to give it. That's why I'm walking all the way in there, so I never have to give it.
He went to look at it because and this is what I don't know. Is it that they call him and say, listen, this could be a possible penalty. Come and look at it for yourself.
Yes, because they would make the decision for it, because they never
but
show.
He would have, what I'm saying though is that he is in right there on the play. Shouldn't he have said, no, I don't need to.
No, but even if he go in there, he could say it's no penalty, He could say no and think, the player couldn't help himself. I don't think him right.
Man, them say that deliberate handball. I can't believe this. People are going to try to flick up ball on players' hands now,
Bruno Fernandes double. I got you right, youth.
Yeah, man, it's score, man. Game is over. Already 2 minutes of time added on. It's done. No deliberate handball, in my opinion. thought that was a poor decision by very atrocious refereeing. And the Uruguayans are not happy. They may have to separate the fans at the end of this game as they're leaving the stadium. I don't see how you award that as a penalty. I don't like this idea of defenders now having to tackle and defend with their hands behind them. You need your hand for balance, and if you put your hand out to jockey somebody and they flick the ball in your hand, you hear it's a penalty. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Tell the ballers, train players, find a way. If you're going to play football, cut off your hand.
I think that's holding ground and saving.
Cut off your hand. This is crazy.
Must be as late. Based on where you run for the can't.
And listen, in the 9 minutes of extra time,
staying ground and saving.
in the 9 minutes of extra time,
in
the 9 minutes of extra time, I could see Uruguay picking up a red card. I'm telling you.
I think it will be a bite.
I think if it's going home, they are going to take home somebody with them. I'm telling you. That's the Uruguay way. We won't go home alone. That's the Uruguay way. They had some very feisty contests over there in South America.
Yeah.
This goalkeeper, though, just acted like the stats goalkeeper in the Champions Cup. The player comes up, he says, you know what me I do? I come out and he say, yeah, man. Was the thing we want this ball hit me. That's what he did.
The truth is, you know what
I can't see how that is a penalty, though, because I'm saying if you're falling, like, how do you fall? Like, where is your hand supposed to be if you're falling backwards?
No, man is man. Here's the problem that me have with it. To me, him appears to open him hand when him go down. At the last minute, him appears to open him hand like him really was trying to catch it.
Yeah, but you put your palm down on the ground when you're falling.
Him palm never facing down.
You remember, you don't fall on your fist, you know. You fall with the palm of your hand. You use your fingers for balance. You don't use your fist.
No, his fingers was down. His fingers were pointing down, not in palm. That's why me say he look like he trying to catch it.
I have to see it again. I'd love to see a picture like it's slow motion.
That is not that thing change the referee mind. That's what I think. Why the referee did it.
So Portugal looks to be the third team to make it through to the round of 16. Easy does it. 1, 2, 3. Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's almost the end of the game.
Yeah.
There's a minute left.
It's over, people. That's it. 2-0. Portugal over Uruguay. Finish here on my clock.
So Ghana, the next round would be...
Ghana really just need a draw to go through.
And Ghana is playing with Portugal?
No, Uruguay.
Uruguay. But Uruguay need a win.
Yeah,
and
but South Korea need to win to go through, because right now Uruguay has -2. Ghana are level. So if they go,
but Ghana, Uruguay need to win by.
Well, if they win by 1 against Ghana, both of them will be on -1. Ghana scored more goals, but Ghana would have gone through.
So they need 2-0. Uruguay need 2-0.
Yeah, so right. South Korea, if South Korea wins, they go to 4 points. They
don't know what will happen if they win.
Yeah. So Ghana need to just draw their game. Uruguay needs to beat Ghana to go through. That's it.
by 2 goals to 0.
By 2 clear goals.
And South Korea need to pull off a minor miracle and beat
Against Portugal. Yeah.
It's not gonna happen so easy, but it could have. So when you go back through this, I mean, Portugal was the better team, 61% possession, a little higher than what is needed to win. Uruguay only at 39%. Portugal has 14 shots and 3 on target. Uruguay has 11 3 on target. Pass accuracy, 83% from Portugal. Uruguay was at 73, a full 10% less, which kind of give you an idea of why the position is so lopsided. Uruguay fouled 15 times, Portugal 10. Yellow cards 2 to Uruguay, 3 to Portugal. 6 corners to Portugal, 2 to Uruguay. And the truth is, when you look at all the statistics here, there was probably never any doubt as to how this game was going to finish. I had said it should still be Portugal because they have so much more possession and they are the cutting edge. So I think this is a fair result. Uruguay is on life support as we speak. I really have to come up with the goods to continue further in the World Cup.
Yes, there you go. There you go. So Europe takes it from South America. Uruguay in a spot of bother. They have a very olden team here. Game is done. I know some of you are still watching, but game is done. Listen, it has been a good one. Very, very. Listen, I mean, no station, no channel have what we have. Expert analysis and breakdown. Brilliant stuff. Tomorrow, the times for the games have been changed tomorrow, right? So we will be doing 2 games, right? Will be played at the same time. You know why? Because they don't want any person to let through any person. So tomorrow.
Well, nobody forget. There was a game between Argentina and Peru. Remember that game? And then Brazil was there waiting. And Argentina, the same, I think it was 74 when Argentina won 74 with Mario Kempes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
78,
man.
Yeah, and Peru got 6-0 from Argentina, or 5-0. They needed 5-0 to go through. They got, and from that day, this is what usually happens whenever there's games that have
like in these groups
affect each other.
Exactly, they play all of them at the same time. So tomorrow there'll be 4 games. 2 games will be played at 10 a.m. Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands, Qatar. All right. And then you have 2 games as well at 2. Iran, USA, and Wales, England. Right? So that's tomorrow. That's how the fixtures are for tomorrow. So we should be here tomorrow, 9:45 for the 10 o'clock game, and then 1:45 for the 2 o'clock game. All right, I'm going to let Mr. Speed have his last say, and then Coach Swaby, and then we're going to close out this stream because man got to go and make some money. You understand me? I have to get my money working for me.
Just to say, tomorrow, a lot of teams going to start packing their bags tomorrow. Gonna be a progression now. You know, who is going next. So tomorrow, gonna be interesting. Which one of the games you're choosing though? Are you going to try to watch 2 games at the same time?
Well, the good thing with me that I can watch the 2 games. I can only do coverage. But I can watch both games at the same time. You know, I can have both of them right here beside me, beside where I'm at. So I will. I like the Ecuador game. That Ecuador game, I think, is going to be a good one against Qatar. Ecuador versus oh my lord, I just had it here.
It's Ecuador versus Senegal.
And, I think that's a good
Holland
game
versus Qatar.
Yeah, I almost think like that Holland is going to win, but the Ecuador-Senegal game is a good one. The Iran-US game.
USA against Iran. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now that I'm watching the Senegal game. you know,
Yeah.
and I'm watching the US game, you know.
Yeah.
That's where I have some ties to, right?
Yeah. So what can happen is that you will watch the US game and I'll watch the England game because I want them to go home.
England is playing against who?
Wales.
I want there to be wailing in England.
I don't think that's gonna happen, though.
But Coach Fabi, I gotta go. So let's do the wrap up. Give us a take on the game, and then Mr. Speedy can go, and then we'll close
Well,
out.
I'm finished. So go ahead.
All right.
Coach.
Go ahead,
Well,
Mr.
I'm not
Speedy.
gonna get into the anything from the stats. I'm just gonna say that I'm disappointed in the second half from the standpoint where the Uruguayan team made the adjustment that I wanted them to make, and then they created opportunities and just didn't take them. The one that hit the post and a couple of half chances where they should have honestly just put their foot through the ball and get a proper shot on goal and see what happens from there. All right. That's it. You know, the maybe not one of the best games, but not one of the worst games either. The Portugal deserved to win the game because they were the team that, from all the stats, looked up for them to win the game. And I'm happy that the proper goal score was recognized, so we don't live in a world of people not, you know, doing the right things. But not much to talk about in this game, to be honest with you. I don't think any of these teams, if they even go through, is going to be making any noises.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
I'm not at that point yet. Maybe the next game, if they show me something else, I'll say something different. But at this moment, I'm not looking to say, hey, Portugal is going to kick down the doors and do anything crazy.
All right. So, people, there you go. I want to thank Mr. Rudolph Speed and also thank Mr. Huntley Swaby for being a part of this. Big up to all the persons in the comment section. Robust, informative, well-educated conversation. Join us again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Remember, 3 things you must do. 1, you must hit the like button. It's not too late to do that. As you go, hit the like. Subscribe. Listen, tomorrow, if every person on the stream gets 1 person to subscribe, that would be, we could get 100 more subscribers, will be great. But I'm just saying, if just 50 of you do that, get 1 person to subscribe, then we get 50 more subscribers. Go ahead and do that right now, and then you share the content with them as they subscribe. I am Man. This has been I Am Sure Sports, and you know that when it gets to this point, we say we are over. And we are OUT out of here. Brazil.
Boom, check it out. I don't know it's Jason. I'm a represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jason representing I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.